I'm Jovanah Delgado, and this is my project on connecting to my roots through agriculture. Where my entire family comes from, Izquierda, Mexico. My great-grandparents. The farthest connection to my family we have is up to my great-grandmother Rafaela. We didn't really get to know our past because my great-great-grandmother died when my great-grandma was only 2. She practically lived as an orphan, being raised by her aunts and uncles. She married young at the age of 16, but that was just the beginning of our history. How my family migrated to Arizona. It wasn't really until my grandfather got a passport to come to the U.S. was when we really started our history here. But our family didn't really form until he married my grandmother, who was from Izquierda, Mexico as well. She was waiting for him to save up enough money to start a family here. My grandmother told me, life was tough, but it was beautiful. Finishing school. School wasn't really an option for all the guys in our family. My grandfather Ernesto only went to school till the 4th grade and was pulled out so he could work in the fields as a farmer to help support his family. Luckily, my grandmother Matilda got to finish school. She only went to school till the 6th grade because back then there wasn't any grade higher than the 6th. Marrying into different families. When my grandpa had enough money to bring my grandmother over here, they finally married in Mexico in 1970. A bit after my grandmother moved here in Tucson, little by little, her family came to Arizona to move here and be a family once again. That as well happened with my grandfather's side. Little by little, his family came. Religion. My family lives under the rule of the Bible. Any action they do is under the word of the Holy Book. If anything was ever wrong, the discipline was based off of the religion. The Catholic Church wasn't always too strict. We did have our celebrations. Quinceañeras was a huge part of it. That's when a girl was turned into a woman. They had everything in a certain way because it all somehow related to the church. The way they would dress, set up for dinner, and things they would say after they ate. At the end of the day, we still try to maintain our religion. Food. Getting food was never a problem for them because they always somehow brought food to the table. The boys and girls would be outside in the crops getting food, getting milk from the cows, making it into cheese. Both men and women outside in the fields getting food for the family. Regardless of how they got their food, they all did it voluntarily. Not because their elders asked them to, but because they wanted to. Our history. I learned a lot these past few weeks. The entire time hearing about the Hohokam people and how they survived, how they worked hard to get what they wanted, to see how they would prepare for each meal and see what materials they would use to prepare for their food, to see how they were able to use the resources around them and make them into their homes or weapons, learning about how it was when someone in your family married to a different family. The world may have evolved a lot, but somehow we still continue to use the same values and ethics in the past.